Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audio cast from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide, Anindya Bannerjee. Tonight is the most important event because US Fed is going to meet and they're going to decide what is going to be the quantum of interest rate hike. Market is penciling in near certainty of a 75 basis point hike. If that were to happen, then it will be the fastest hike since 1994. That's a pretty long time back. The US bond yields are trading higher. Dollar index is strong. Just not the dollar index. Dollar is strong across the board. And obviously the stock market is jittery. Oil prices are holding out pretty around 121, 122. The question is just not the 75 basis point hike. The question is going to be also be the path forward. Because what is the Fed anticipating as its terminal rate? Means ये जो policy hikes है वो finally at what level Fed thinks the interest rates will peak. Currently the market was, or rather a couple of weeks back, the market was anticipating that the final Fed rate will be closer to 3%. Right now it has jumped 100 basis points and they're anticipating it closer to 4%. It happened after the sharp rise in the CPI last week, CPI inflation. So Fed statement will be important. Fed dot plot or the interest rate projection will be extremely important. If they show a very steep increase in their interest rate forecast, then we can see the dollar rally. But as I said, it is being anticipated. So it may so happen that after the event, the dollar may come under selling pressure. These kind of corrections last 24 to let's say 48 hours, and then again the original trend resumes. But that's something to keep in mind, that there could be a pullback in the dollar index because post-event positions get squared up. But overarching theme is that it is strong for it is positive for a dollar. It is bad news for bonds, and it's not so good news for equities. So overall, it's a very conducive atmosphere for the US dollar. But USDINR yahan pe is stuck, and we all know why. It is the aggressive intervention from the central bank, and that's not going to change because RBI has made it amply clear that they are not going to allow Indian rupee to be volatile, and they have got the means and the resources to ensure or enforce this diktat. They have ample FX reserves. They have massive long positions in the forwards which they can liquidate. So all in all, it's hard for the dollar rupee to really enter a sustained momentum on the upside. Downside momentum looks unlikely. Corrections can happen, but momentum on the downside looks unlikely. So the momentum can come on the upside, but that looks unlikely as well because RBI is going to intervene aggressively. Even if there is a gap up due to Fed, the RBI has indicated that they will try to close those gaps. So therefore, what's going to be the trades? Today, the trade is not much. Intraday mein ho sakta hai 77, 95, 78 on the downside on June futures, and 78, 15, max 78, 20 on the upside. So you can play this range closer to 78. You can buy the futures with a stop below 77.90 on a closing basis, and you can play a scalping intraday trade, not really overnight positions, just intraday. But tomorrow we will be looking to once again short options, the weekly options, straddles and strangles, kyunki we expect the implied volatility to come down, and that may offer a good opportunity for us to enter on the shorts and collect premium. But we're going to avoid that kind of a trade today because there is a major event tonight. So tomorrow, again, short positions on the options will be considered, but not as of today. Cross currency mein, we don't expect much of a volatility as the event is very important for all the currency pairs. So euro, pound and yen should ideally be in a tight range today. Yen ke liye, there is a very important event on Friday. The Bank of Japan meets, but we'll talk about it tomorrow or on Friday. So as of now, it's going to be a range-bound day across the currency pairs. But the important event is tonight. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Bannerjee signing off. A fantastic day ahead.